All right, so let's look at the difference between return and yield in Python functions. Okay, so let's use an example. Okay, let's say you are moving house. You're moving from house A to house B, and then you need to move your items, and you need to hire a truck to move your items. So there are two trucks. The first truck has a driver called return, and the second truck has a driver called yield. So this is what will happen if you use this truck with a driver called return. Okay, so let's define a function here. We'll call this function moving house. Okay, and here you have a list of items that you want to move. Let's create a variable here called items. And in this list, you have, let's say, a TV, a table, and you have a couch and a bed. Okay, these are the items that you want to move. So if we use the return statement here, okay, we say return items. Okay, and we call this function moving house. If we run this, you can see what we get here. We get a list of all the items that you want to move. So that's the behavior of the return statement. Whenever a function encounters the return statement and then it returns an item, the function stops executing. Its job is done. That's like a driver driving to your new house, okay, and then dumping everything in front of your house and then leaving. That's how the return statement behaves. But here is the problem. So the problem with this is that maybe you don't have a lot of space outside of your new house, and this will create a lot of chaos. Just dumping everything in front of your house will create a lot of chaos. But that's exactly what the return statement will do. The return statement will dump everything and then it's over. Now, here is what will happen if you hire this other guy called yield. So if we change this one right here, okay, let's change return. Let's convert, instead of return here, let's use yield. Okay, and then we'll use a for loop. So we'll say for items, or for item in items. Okay, we want to yield item, like that. Okay, so this guy, he's going to park his truck outside of your new house. Obviously, let's make an assumption that you're already in your new house, and then he will knock on your house, and then he will tell you that he's here and he is ready to start moving stuff. So when you use this yield on a function, okay, the function is converted into a generator object. Okay, so here let's create a variable called gen and then call this function called moving house. Okay, if we try to print gen here, if we run this, you can see what happens here. We've created a generator object. So it's like a guy who comes with his truck, parks it outside of your house, knocks on your door, and he's telling you that he is ready to start moving the items. So when you are ready, okay, you tell this guy to start moving the items. So what does he do? Okay, so this guy has a list. So he says next, okay, and then boom, look at that. Instead of giving you everything that is in this list, okay, he gives you one item. So he goes to his truck, he grabs the TV, and then he hands it to you, and then you take the TV into the house. And then you come back, you say next, okay, give me the next item. And then, okay, let's repeat this code here, like that. Run it again, let's see what happens. Next, he gives you a table. Okay, so he has a list of items, and whenever he gives you an item, he makes a record, or he ticks somewhere that, okay, you got your TV, and now I'm giving you a table. So you come back and you say next. Let's run this. You get a couch. So this will continue until you get everything that you have in your items list. So the advantage of this is that if you don't have a lot of space outside of your house, you don't have to worry, because this guy is giving you one item at a time. You get the item when you need it, and then you take it into the house. So that's what the yield keyword does. The yield keyword creates a generator object. So think of the generator object as the driver, the delivery truck driver, the guy who stands between you and the truck. Whenever you need an item, okay, he goes, he gets it from the truck, and then he gives it to you. So the generator object uses this next function to ensure that it gives you the next item in the iterable. Okay. Another important thing to know about this generator object is that the generator object, it doesn't store any items. It's simply a facilitator. Okay. So when you iterate over a generator object, the generator object simply gets the values in an iterable and hands them over to you. It doesn't store anything. So it's like this truck, when it comes to your house, it doesn't dump the items outside of your house, so you don't have a storage problem. Okay, so that's the difference between yield and return.